Good day, Ryan. Thank you so much for allowing me to send you this video. Just a quick bio on myself. I have over 19 years of SEO experience. I've worked on many national and international campaigns. I have many five-star reviews, not only from customers, but also being peer reviewed by other SEOs in the country as one of the best. So I'm very honored about. All right, so let's get into it. So anything I talk about here today, I'm more than happy to have sort of sit down with you, have a discussion about this in more detail. But essentially, your website is way too small to have this amount of problems. So some of the problems that it has is where we normally encounter for larger sites. Larger sites, larger problems. Small sites, small problems. But in your case, there's actually quite a few more problems than there needs to be. Now, just starting off, I understand that you might only sell a couple of products, or, whatever, but I still like linking to collections pages, which has a different search intent in Google. So people that are more commercial, they're more sort of in between the research phase and the transactional phase. And that's where the majority of search volume is. So linking to just products is very transactional. So where the search volume is lower, obviously, yes, the conversion rate can be higher. But for example, you might have to only rank this page for something like a slow feeder bowl, as opposed to a more commercial aligned keyword like feeder bowls, which will be in a collections page. So if we're able to build out collections pages and category pages in the future, that will be absolutely great, especially if you have plans to increase the number of products. I have a spreadsheet that I'm happy to share this spreadsheet with you. This is going to detail some of the problems that I'm going to mention in this video. I definitely want to discuss this with you face to face over a Google Meet, because it's quite technical and it's causing significant issues, I believe, with your actual search engine indexing. If your URLs are not being indexed in Google, meaning Google will visit the pages and choose never to show them in its search results, then you have no chance of ranking. And you're at a major detriment. Okay. So, for example, normally when you have pages like ENCA, EN New Zealand, obviously these are obviously targeting international pages, that I do understand that you have these pages like ENCA, etc., to be focused on obviously the Canadian market, and you've obviously want to change the price. The problem that I've found, and what Google does not like, is when pages are basically 99% similar. So your ENCA page is the same as, let's say, let me just go over to like ENZ, and let's say that, well, there's no EN page. All right, cool. And so when you have, this is a perfect example, it's a blog post. So you've got the exact same contents on basically two different URLs. And this is the whole point, especially when it comes to international SEO within the same language. So Canadian, British, Australian, American. The most difficult part, and this is what really can ruin your indexing and how you show up in search results, is when it's the same language with the exact same content, you basically would not get indexed. And Google gets confused. It doesn't know what you're trying to achieve here. Right? So duplicate content is the enemy of search indexing. With your pricing, you'd be like, yeah, but I need to have display different pricing. Correct. But what I will do then is a currency converter based upon an IP location. So if the IP is based in Australia, then show the Australian pricing. If it's based in America, show the American pricing, in Canadian, etc. But you do not need to have pages that have EN New Zealand, EN US, and they're basically all the same content. Okay, I don't like that. I do believe that that's going to be holding back your site's performance. And you can actually see Where is it? So your Super Feedy bandana product, it's not even showing up in Google. It's not even indexed. This is a major problem. Like, I can help you. At least let me help you do this. I'm even happy to like work with you for a few hours free just to get this solved, because this is just holding you back. This is just absolutely ridiculous that you actually have this problem. Okay. Second thing is, you've got I can share this document with you. You've got a whole bunch of broken pages. Now, the hyperlink means that there's a text link in the actual page linking to a broken product. So in the first example, blogs, there is a blog news super feedy link that's broken. So if I go to this page, what was the anchor link? Anchor text is superfeedy.com. Superfeedy. So learn more at superfeedy.com. And it's like you're linking to yourself, and you click on that, and it's not found, it's broken. Like that I don't see often. But anyway, so these internal broken links are obviously, they devalue a page's reputation from Google's perspective. And also customers do not like clicking on links that are broken. Okay. Now, another major problem is the duplicate meta robots conflict. So essentially, you've got a page like this. You click on view page source. Oh, sorry, my bad. Trying to get the tab to load up on the screen that's being recorded, so you know what I'm talking about. So essentially, there's a robots tag, and in line 856, it says index and follow, which is perfectly fine. But then you have a conflicting one that says no index and no follow. And that, my friend, is 100% detrimental. Why do you have, first of all, you've got conflicts. Why is there conflicts? And the second thing is, you don't know what, like, whether you want a page index or not, there needs to only be one robot with one clear directive. Okay. Also, what I've noticed, again, the hreflang. So this is the code in the site that says, hey, Google, in Canada, index the Canadian version. In New Zealand, index the New Zealand version. And as I said before, if the NZ version, let's go over to the NZ. And there was actually no AU, by the way. And defaulting back to like an X default or an EN doesn't make sense. But anyway, I didn't want to talk about that because I recommend even scrapping it. And then the EN, NZ, like all this content's the same. So Google's not even going to display this in the right. So the Canadian content is the same as the New Zealand content, with the only change that I can see being the price. Okay, Ryan. So let us sit down. Let's have a discussion about this. And like I said, I would scrap the whole thing, get rid of all the hreflang stuff, just have currency converters based upon location that a user can also have the ability to switch between. So unless you're going to have products that you just want in New Zealand and you don't want them in Canada, products when you want just in Australia or not anywhere else, then there's an actual case to be made that you would have hreflang. But in your situation, I cannot see why you would be doing that at all. Okay. So you're just causing indexing issues, you're causing conflicts, you're causing massive problems for a site that is this small. You have duplicate meta titles, duplicate meta descriptions, you have a ton of broken links, and also we would need to expand out the blog. Okay, you've got a blog, but a lot of it is like when you have like super feedy won't claim 10x blah 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 blah, even though data shows it. I mean, it's good content, but I think what I like to see you more of explaining the processes. So I do like how to slow down a dog that eats too fast. I think is eating too fast dangerous for dogs. I do like that. I just think when you've got a lot of content with slow feeder, slow feeder, slow feeder, slow feeder, you can sometimes what they call over cannibalize a keyword, and Google gets confused, even if pages do get indexed, as the best possible pages to display in its search index. Anytime that you make Google decide things for themselves, that's when you have problems. That a big part of an SEO's job is making sure that there's no room for interpretation, that there are clear directives and clear understanding from both a user's perspective and from a search engine's perspective on the best way to index and display the right content based upon the search engine user's intent for that keyword. Are they looking for information? Show a blog page. Are they looking commercially? Show the collections pages. Are they looking transactionally? Show the product pages. Ryan, thank you so much. I won't take up any more of your time. I hope this has been valuable, and I look forward to sitting down with you and going through this with you in more detail. Have a lovely day, sir, and I look forward to hearing from you.